My man Nate, man. Shout out to Nate, bro.
Yeah. What up? What up? What up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new video of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own Dre Day. What's up? What's up? What's up? Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. Also, hit that notification bell so that way, once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend and tell a friend, all that good stuff. This video here, we was in for a doozy. We was very much in for a doozy. It was highly advertised. Aces in Dream. This was the Atlanta Dream's first home game of the season, and it was on NBC. The first time, and I think, I want to say 20 plus years since a WNBA game was on NBC. And it was, let me not say it was worth the wait, but for it to be the first game on NBC in so long, it definitely was a doozy. Unfortunately, the Dream were without a star player. Ryan Howard did not play. So let's just throw that out there already. If you watch the game, the Aces won 85-84. Listen, I thought the Aces was going to run away with this game. The Aces had their moment when they could have ran away with this game. But salute is in order for the young stars on the Atlanta Dream, and that will be Tashina Powell and Medina Okot. Them two in particular are the unsung heroes of getting the Atlanta Dream back in that game. Now, yes, Angel Wilson did her thing. 20 points, 6 rebounds. Chelsea Grey showed why she is the point god. She showed why, okay? Was draining them threes, draining them. 8 3-point attempts, made 5 of them. Obviously, we know what she did with the clutch after clutch at the end of the game. She had Jordan. She had Jordan Canada on the key, took her down to the cup, hit the walk-off shot, and then immediately after that, guarded allishagray. Allishagray obviously was getting the ball in the last possession, and what does she do? Smack the ball away from her, and Jackieyoung grabs it, and then bam, that's it. Game over. This is why we hold Chelsea Grey in regard. This is why that moment right there, those 2 possessions, that's why we hold her in high regard. So when people sit here and say, oh, she's washed and she's not the best point guard in the league, this is why we say it right then and there. That's the reason right there that we say that she's the best point guard in the league. So salute to Chelsea Grey. Jackieyoung. Whoo! Wow. Jackieyoung did the unthinkable. Literally did the unthinkable. No points. Now, I've been watching Jackie Young for quite some time. I'm not sure if I've ever seen her not score a point. I don't like. Listen, maybe y'all can help me with that, but I've never not seen her score a basket. She might have had 2-4 points, probably had a bad shooting day, but to not score a point at all, never seen that from her. Never seen that from her. So, and then listen, I was on Threads while I was on the train coming home, and she wrote something about she was playing with a heavy heart thanks to her teammates for lifting her up. So obviously she's dealing with something off the court. So well wishes to Jackie Young as it pertains to that. And even though she didn't score no points, she still did her thing on defense. She still did her thing. She had 7 dimes and 7 rebounds. So even though she didn't score, she did do her thing on other sides of the basketball court. Kennedy Carter, please come in front of the classroom, please. This is what Kennedy Carter has done in these 5 games so far this WNBA season. She has scored 97 points in 5 games this season, this young season. That is the most points for any player coming off the bench in the first 5 games of the season. Can we just give her the 6th Woman of the Year award right now? Can we just do that? Is it legitimate to just give her the award right now? Because she deserves it. She definitely deserves it. This was a huge pickup by the Las Vegas Aces. I don't understand how no other team said, yo, we need to grab her up. It had to be the defending champs to say, all right, we'll take her. Nobody else want to go grab her? We'll go grab her. And look what she's done. Just give her the 6th Woman of the Year award now. I think the only way she doesn't win it is if she, listen, let's knock on wood right now. Hopefully she doesn't get hurt. But for me, that might be the only reason on why she doesn't win this award is if she gets injured. But like I said, the unsung heroes for the Atlanta Dream was Tashina Powell and Medina Okot. What they did for the Atlanta Dream, especially in that 4th quarter, because again, the game was basically out of reach, at least to my liking. Like I literally was getting dressed and getting ready to come home from being in the Bronx all weekend. But them two basically made me had to sit down and say, all right, let me finish watching this game because they were the spark of that Atlanta Dream. I mean, allishagray did her thing as well. Don't get me wrong. 25 points. She did her thing. Had 9 rebounds. I get that. But them two, Powell, what was it? I think she took 9 3-pointers. I think she made about 4 or 5 of them, if I'm not mistaken. I'm assuming it's 5. 5's my favorite number, so I'm going to go with 5. And then what Medina Okot did, 14 and 11. And just watching her footwork in that paint was a thing of beauty. My only thing is, why did they not keep her in the game? Because for me, watching that 4th quarter and watching them play the way they play, I'm like, yo, keep them out there. Don't bring nobody else in the game. Whoever is in the lineup now, keep them out there. They brought you back. You keep them back. You keep them out there. But, in key possessions, Angel Reese was on the bench and they brung her back in, and I understand why they did. Because when she came back in the game, she did have a key possession. She definitely helped out with getting an offensive rebound. She definitely helped out with getting a key defensive rebound. She even threw the pass she threw the key pass to Tashina Powell on the baseline to make her hit that 3 where it looked like, the Dream was probably going to win, but obviously we know what happened after that. The point guard, Chelsea Grey, happened. Now let's get to what I have to, I had to say this, but listen, I got to speak to my niece. I got to speak to my niece, Angel. I got to speak to you. Baby girl, I got to speak to you. I cannot sit here and sugarcoat. I can't do it. I can't and I won't. Baby girl, you had a horrible game. Now, I get it. Your first home game with your new team. I'm sitting there and I'm watching the Atlanta Dream get their introduction, and everybody was getting a nice round of applause. When they got to that starting five, I was sitting there with my girl. I'm like, watch, Angel is going to get one hell of a raw. And she did. Now, I don't know if it was louder than allishagray's, but she got one hell of a raw. And then after that, I don't know what happened. But I will say this, though. Was it the jitters of her first game with her new team? I'm almost certain that's what it was. However, once you step on that court, you got to deliver. You got to deliver. And Niece, you didn't. I'm sorry. 8 turnovers. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Now, I wrote on Threads that I never seen you do this before. Now, obviously, you had those idiots say, oh, she's done this a few times. I've never recalled Angel Reese having 8 turnovers in a game. 8 turnovers in one game. I've never seen that. Never. Never seen it. But, again, just a bad game across the board. For you to get 3 travel calls on you, didn't jack that. Didn't jack that at all. And then I think you had 2 offensive fouls on you. One of them I think was bull. But again, turnovers is turnovers. And for you to have 8 and then 1 for 8 from the field, I can't sit here and be on some you had a good game. I can't sit here and say that you did, because you didn't. Now, like I said, in the key possession of the game, you had a big offensive rebound, a big defensive rebound, and you had that assist to Tashina Pow. I will give you that. But overall, baby girl, not a good game. Not a good game. But I expect you to bounce back. I definitely expect you to bounce back. I for sure expect you to bounce back. I don't expect you to have 8 turnovers in another game no time soon. But honestly, I'm almost certain it was the jitters and you being in foul trouble. Just your whole body language, period. I wasn't jacking it, honestly. But again, like I said, she will bounce back from this. She definitely will bounce back from this. She did a good, not gonna say she did a decent job guarding Ajawilson. And I love the fact that she was with the smoke. She was with the smoke. And that's what we want. We want the stars to guard the stars. We want the superstars to guard the superstars. So she answered the bell when it came to that. So I will give her credit for that. She wanted the smoke. She wanted it. But the 8 turnovers and the 1 for 8 from the field goal, I can't defend that. I honestly can't defend that. But I do believe that she will bounce back. And like I said, the Atlanta Dream were without Ryan Howard. They were without Ryan Howard. So for them to lose by only 1 point, and Ryan Howard didn't play, and I saw a clip on Instagram where Ryan Howard told Ajawilson, I'll be playing the next game. The next time we play, I'll be playing. And then allishagray was like, our hitter will be back. My hitter will be back. My hitter will be back. So obviously the season is young. They are going to play each other more than once. This was not the only time they was playing each other, because obviously Atlanta has to go to Vegas. And who knows? It might be 3 times they play each other. Listen, I'm kind of hoping they play in the playoffs. Could this be a potential finals matchup? Could this be a potential semifinals matchup? Only time will tell. But again, Chelsea Grey, for me, MVP of the game. MVP of the game, Chelsea Point Guard Grey. Simple as that. So the Aces are now 4-1. Listen, after that beating that they took from the Phoenix Mercury, they have been basically on drugs, good drugs, for these last 4 games. They beat Phoenix, they beat the Connecticut Sun twice, and now they beat the Atlanta Dream. And the Atlanta Dream was trying to go 3-0 for the first time, I believe, in their franchise's history. Unfortunately, they was cut short, so now they're 2-1. But again, like I said, we might be on the verge of seeing them again, obviously, in the postseason. This might be a semifinals, or who knows? It might be a finals matchup for all we know. Who knows? Anything can happen, but listen, I enjoyed the game. I definitely enjoyed the game. I love how the pre-show, Cheryl Miller, Maria Taylor, and Sue Bird did their work in the did absolutely fantastic work in the pre-show. Obviously, Reggie Miller they did a montage to the Miller family. I didn't even know they had other siblings. I thought it was just Cheryl, Reggie, and another brother. Come to find out, they had another brother and a younger sister out the whole the Miller clan. I didn't know that. I thought it was just Cheryl, Reggie, and another brother. So I was definitely enjoying to see that. And then to have Reggie Miller pop up on the screen with his 2 daughters and pay homage to his sister, which he always does. That's the one thing about Reggie Miller. He is going to always spread love and show love to his sister, Cheryl Miller, to the point where he even had his daughters have on USC t-shirts. Reggie Miller didn't go to USC, but his sister did. And then to cap it off, he had a USC shirt on. So you know that had to hurt. He even said he was burning. He was burning up having that shirt on and burning up for having his daughters, which would be Cheryl Miller's nieces, wearing that stuff. So I definitely enjoyed the pre-show. So NBC, for it to be the first time that you've done WNBA on NBC in 2 decades, this is a beautiful way to start. A fantastic way to start. You had yourselves a good game. It wasn't looking that good in the beginning. It was getting dark in that third quarter, but it turned out to be a doozy, and I can't wait to see what other games they have in store for NBA on NBC. So again, salute to the Aces, salute to the Dream, and it's a wrap for this video. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. Also, hit that notification bell so that way once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good stuff. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video of Sports with Dre Day podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here. We gone.